نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه وبعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي ربنا زدنا علما آمين يا رب العالمين. Alhamdulillah, welcome to Ilmul Balagha. We have been doing Ilmul Maani, and today we are here with our lesson number 14. We are learning about the three types of Ilmul Balagha, that they are Ilmul Maani, Ilmul Bayan, and Ilmul Badi. We started with Ilmul Maani. We know that Ilmul Maani is science of Ilm al-Balagha, which deals with the word, meanings, and sentences, knowing the appropriate situations when Arabic words are used, and we are supposed to use them eloquently. So here Ibn Mani comprises of 8 areas of studies, and we started with Al-Khabr wal Insha, and still we are doing these two types, Al-Khabr wal Insha, and the rest of the seven inshallah we'll do after we are done with al insha. Today inshallah we are going to start with al insha, so let's have a quick recap for all that we have learned so far. We learned that ilm maani has 8 types, and we started with khabar wa insha, and khabar wa insha are that in the kalam. There are two types of kalam, you can say. One is khabar and one is kalam inshaiya. Kalam khabariya is the statements where it is possible to say that its speaker that he is either truthful or lying. Like Safara Umar means Umar traveled, or we can say that if the khabar is when the speaker, irrespective of who he is, could be described as either Kazib or Sadiq, like in this example. So we can say to the one that he gave us this information that Umar travels, so we can say either he is truthful or lying. In the same way, insha is in the statements where it is not possible to say to a speaker that he is truthful or lying. So this is what we are going to start today, inshallah. So insha is when the statements where it is not possible to say to a speaker that he is truthful or he's lying. Like you travel, it is like a command sentence. Because a command is being given, it is not possible to say to the speaker that he is either telling us the truth or he is lying. So therefore this type of speech is called al-insha. And there are more examples like munada, and like any question that you ask, and like forbidding or commanding. They are all type of al-insha. We learn about the two types of sentences, two components of the sentences, whether it can be from the khabar or insha. We learn about the musnad and musnad ilay. Musnad can be called as mahkum bihi. Musnad ilay also called as mahkum bihi. We learn about the examples as well. Musnad is the foundation, as the name says, it is the foundation of the sentence. And musnad ilay, this can be attributed to the foundation, or it can be its sifa or other detail. Kalam Khabariya, we have two types again, Jumla Failiya and Jumla Ismiya. So how we are going to recognize Musnad and Musnad Ilay in Jumla Ismiya and Jumla Failiya. So the Musnad will be the Khabar in the Jumla Ismiya, while the Musnad Ilay is the Mubtada, like Muhammadun Safara and Muhammadun Kharaja. So here Musnad will be the Khabar, and while the Musnad Ilay is the Mubtada. So here Musnad Ilay is the person Muhammad, and Safara and Kharaja are the khabar, and that will be called as the musnad of the Jumla Ismiya. While Jumla Failiya, the musnad will be the fail, while the musnad ilay is the file here. So you can see here, the musnad ilay is the file here, and the musnad will be the fail. Safara, Kharaja. And there are other types or other components of the Jumla Ismiya or Inshaiya, Jumla Khabariya, and that is the Quyud, other than Musnad and Musnad Ilayh. And Quyud can be any of the these following types: Adwat al-Shad, Adwat al-Nahi, Mafai, Hal, Nawasif, and there are many more. We did the examples for Maful Bihi, we also did the examples for Hal, and we also did the purposes behind the Kalam Khabariya. We learned that other than this Musnad and Musnad Ilayh, we learned about the purposes that there are two main purposes of Kalam Khabariya. One is Faidatul Khabar and the other is Lazim Faidatul Khabar. Faidatul Khabar, this means to inform someone of something that they were not aware of before. And Lazim Faidatul Khabar is this means to inform someone that you are already aware of the same knowledge or something or have the knowledge of that statement as well. So here the informer is already know the information and you are telling them that you also know that khabar as well. But Fadul Khabar is completely a new khabar to the mukhatib. We did other purposes that we can say that they branched off from uh, this the lazim Fadul Khabar or the Fadul Khabar, or you can take them as separate components of the Kalam Khabariya or the purposes of the Kalam Khabariya. We learn about al istirham, izhar al huzn, al tahassur. We learn about izhar fakhr, izhar hasi ala say wa jiddi, and izhar dafi. We learn about them that istirham is asking for mercy, izharul dafi is the acceptance of the weakness, izharul hasi ala sil wa jiddi, encouraging words to anyone about his hard work and diligence, and izharul fakhr, expressing pride or to boast. Izharul huzn, or as you can see from the name, and tahassur means announcement of the regret or sadness. We also did the examples, and you can go back to the previous lessons to see the examples of all these purposes of Kalam Khabariya. Alhamdulillah. So here there are these examples for all these that we did in detail for Kalam Khabariya. We learn about the other three types of Kalam Khabariya: Khabar Ibtidai, Khabar Talabi, and Khabar Inkari. And they are, you can say that this Kalam Khabariya is broken down to these three different types according to the amount of emphasis placed within the sentence. So, Khabar Ibtidai is when there is no emphasis within the sentence, and that is why we are calling it Khabar Ibtidai. And this Khabar Talabi is when we have one emphasizer in our sentence, and Khabar Inkari is when we have two or more, you can say, the emphasizer in the sentence. So this is how we are going to call them Khabar Ibtidai, Khabar Talabi, and Khabar Inkari. We also did the Adwatu Tawqif as because we were discussing about in the previous lessons that there are no emphasizer or one emphasizer or more than two emphasizers in Khabar and Kari. So we did Adwatu Tawqif or emphasizers, and we did different types of emphasizers in Kalam Khabariya that can make a Khabar Ibtidai, Talabi, or Inkari. So they are in Anna, Innama, Amma, Shartiya, ضمير فصل التكرار الحروف زائدة الحروف تنبيه تقديم فاعل and معنوي حرف ترجي قسم قد إن لام الابتداء that can be sometimes لام التوكيد and لام مزحلقة and نون التوكيد and اسم الجملة. So now, inshallah, we are going to start with Al Insha. Today, we are only going to see what we are going to do in this Al Insha. We know that what is Al Insha when it is not possible for the speaker to say whether he is lying or telling the truth. So let's see what we are going to learn in this kalam insha'Allah. We, according to Ilm al-Balagha, the kalam insha'Allah is divided into two types. You can say there are two types, at-talabi and ghair talabi. So talabi is a request at the time of asking. You can say in this first type of this kalam in Shaiya, you can say the mutakallim seeks something which is not available at that moment in time. A request at the time of asking. You can say because mutakallim is seeking for something which is not available at that moment in time. So it has, you can see here, there are five types of a talabi in Kalam in Sharia, and inshallah we are going to see them in detail. That is al-amr, al-nahi, al-istifham, al-tamanni, and al-nida. We are going to do that in Kalam in Sharia about talabi, and as I mentioned that it is a request at the time of asking. So here, a talabi has five types: al-amr, al-nahi, al-istifham, al-tamanni, and al-nida. A pictorial presentation of the types. And as I mentioned that the pictorial representation of any rule or any, like you can say, any information, it makes it easy to memorize that type. So here it is, a talabi with its five main types. Then we have ghair talabi, non-request. We can say in this type of the type of kalam in Sharia, the mutakallim does not seek anything. So it is non-request. He does not seek anything. So uh, you can say that it is also has various forms and there are more to it. But inshallah, we are going to look in detail only the first three or only few of them. And they are at-ta'ajjub, al-qasam, siyagul qud, madda, wazam, afal rija, rubba, and kam al-khabariya. So here, these are kalam in Sharia, which has two types. So here, talabi and ghair talabi. Talabi again has five types, and here you can see the ghair talabi has again different types, and inshallah we are going to target almost three or four of them in detail because the other types are not actually related, or you can say fall under the bounds or the range of the ilm al-ma'ani, and so we are not going to discuss them in detail. So inshallah we will see these types in detail, the talabi and ghair talabi, in the next session. Inshallah, barakallahu li wa lakum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.